Oh my God.
What's up guys, Frank Macaluso here from Garageaholic, giving you a special edition video today where we'll be redoing my 600-foot driveway. I've contracted Royal Asphalt. They're bringing in 90 tons of asphalt to redo my 600-foot driveway. I'm really excited about this. If you guys have seen some of my past videos, the driveway, actually you probably won't notice that it's bad, but it is bad and exponentially wearing out. Now is the time to do it. So guys, stick around. You want to take a look at this, you want to review, you want to see how this company is, you want to see how to do your own driveway if somebody else is going to come to do it, and educate yourself a little bit on driveway repaving and some of the options that are associated with it. Stick around. All right, we got these leaves here. They will all be blown away, obviously. We got a couple spots in this driveway that need to be addressed for sure. Not to mention you got some alligatoring here. It usually happens when larger trucks go up and down the driveway and they flex the pavement. The pavement's thin enough, which this is only 1.5 inch. So if it's thin enough and it flexes enough, it'll just continue to flex from the weight of the vehicles coming up. And eventually what happens is it starts breaking off, like this big pothole here. And when we bought this house 2.5 years ago, it wasn't nearly this large. And now every time that somebody drives over it, it breaks off just a little bit more. You can see here, this kind of just breaks off. This right here just breaks off, right? So I got another one down there at the foot of the driveway, and it's just getting worse and worse, and it's gonna make plowing almost impossible. So this is definitely something that has to be done now. I don't even know what this thing is gonna look like in the winter. So right now you guys are pulling out some of the vegetation from the side of the driveway, right?
Yep, some
Yep.
overlays.
Okay.
Yep.
And then I guess the new layer kind of goes over that edge, right?
So it grabs better, yep.
Cool, okay. Yeah, 600 feet up and down is about 1,200 feet of vegetation needs to be pulled back, so it's definitely a lot of work. Not a good view from my office up here. Let me check the other side on the other window, see if I can get a better view. There we go, I like this view better. You can see the whole driveway from here, especially up here at the top. You can see it's a little bit wet, but that's okay. So I got some of the machinery out here. This guy is the bad boy that's actually going to be doing the paving. They basically just walk it down the driveway. This is 12 feet wide, I believe, or 10 feet wide. So they're going to have to either do 2 passes down the driveway, which is 15 feet, or they're just going to shovel it over. Over here, this is a milling machine. They basically have been milling down the high spots so that not only is it smooth, but it's also level, and it also allows the new pavement to stick to it, right? So they know exactly where the high spots are, and they mill it down, and it makes a really nice, strong surface for the new stuff to adhere to. This here is the milling machine in work. He kind of spins against the grain, and they just kind of slowly lay it down as needed, and then they slowly walk it forward. But it does spit up a lot of rocks. You got to move the cars out of the way, you know. All right, so all the grinding and milling has been done. You can see that's basically kind of like what they do with roads, right? It's kind of like you can see the striations in the pavement. And now the new pavement will basically sit right up here and butt right up against it, so it's a nice smooth transition. And you know, they got to clean out all of the vegetation from the previous pavement, you know, the previous work. So they're kind of blowing everything out, getting everything out, and then they're going to start laying down the new pavement. Let's go down there and take a look and see what those potholes look like now, because I know they were going to do some previous fixes on that before they repaved. Yeah, so this is where the pothole was, and they basically just kind of like removed a lot of the loose stuff and gravelized it, I guess, and then kind of put the gravel down. They're going to end up compacting it, and then they're going to be putting the 2 inches over it, like the whole driveway. So it's going to be like it was never there, which is awesome, because I got to tell you, I hated driving up here. I was always going around the pothole every time I was going up and down the driveway. But now I don't have to worry about that anymore. It's like they're kind of laying down the asphalt right now for the jetway, I like to call it. Now, for anybody who's solicited for contract work knows that if it's something that you don't really understand or know, then you're very nervous about doing it. You want to make sure that it's being done right, that you trust the people that are doing it for you. In this case, most cases with driveways, people don't really understand how driveways work and how they pave and methodologies used and the materials used and all that. So, you're kind of like trusting the supplier to do it right for you, the contractor to actually lay it all right. And in this case, I feel really confident that everything is being done correctly, that they're laying the right thicknesses down, that they're using the right materials. See here, they're taking the Bobcat down that way, and they're basically refilling this thing as they're using it, and they're using the machine to kind of spread it all out. And then they have some guys that are tamping it down at the corners and the seams, and then they're going to end up steamrolling it after. So now that you kind of see how this thing works, let's go upstairs and do a quick time lapse and have them finish up here. From here on out, it's kind of more like clockwork. As you can see, they got their edges to maintain, and they've been doing a really good job of maintaining them. And then, the driveway width is kind of varying between 15 and 17 feet at any given point in time, especially around the S-turns. So, they're kind of just rolling with that and trying to maintain those edges, which is really the most important thing. That's kind of where the detail really comes through in these jobs, is making sure that those edges are really nice and straight, and really characterize the thickness that they're putting on there. Now it's the next day. I want to take a look and see how this actually looks in the sunlight now that it's done. It's a beautiful day today. I mean, it smells like that parking lot, that new parking lot smell, which I absolutely love. It's nice out today. It's like 70 something degrees, really warm. So this is gonna kind of cure pretty nicely. We haven't driven on it yet at all. I don't plan to for at least another couple days. And I'm just looking at it. I mean, it looks amazing. Just walking on it is just a pleasure. I mean, and look at the edges. I mean, they really did a good job with the edges. So something that's just as important as the top of the driveway is the bottom of the driveway and how the delta ends up meeting into the street. And you can see that they actually did a pretty good job. There's no real lip here or anything like that. And it just kind of smoothly just goes right up into the S-turn up there. So this is the first spot where I had them redo. You can see that there's a little spot there where there was a divot. So while they had all their equipment out, I had them fill that in and steamroll over it one more time, and it's much, much smoother now. So overall, I'm very happy about the quality of the job, how it turned out, the equipment that they used, the people, the workers were respectful, other than some garbage being left on the lawn and scattered about throughout the work site, and I had to clean some of that up, but that's my only real constructive criticism in working with Royal Asphalt. The quality was excellent. Paved top, the top looks great, it feels good. It's expected to last about 20 years with the 2 inches of top that they put on. And next spring, we're gonna end up sealing it up. And I'm looking forward to doing that to keep this thing looking and feeling brand new for as long as I possibly can. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed watching my driveway get redone. And thanks a lot, guys, and take care. I'm out of here. Later.